Well, it's an uphill climb right now for Miami. I call them the tough love kids this season. That was another split decision that did not go their way. They've had a ton of those this year, and that's why they're struggling now. They're going to need 3 wins in a row to stay out of last place. That doesn't give me that much indication that they're a bad boxing team at all. I think they've come a long way. It's just that sometimes it doesn't go your way when it comes down to the scoring. And we're going to get ready now for the light heavyweights. Robert Brant of the Memphis Force, very, very young fighter who's yet to break into the win column. We'll talk about his situation, and it's going to be
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout is in the light heavyweight division. Your referee in charge is Sam Burgos. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner for the Memphis Force, wearing the purple with orange. He weighed in at 183.5 pounds. Tonight, he searches for his first victory in the World Series of Boxing. From St. Paul, Minnesota, please welcome the 2007 ringside world champion, the 2008 under-19 national champion, 2009 U.S. national champion, and the 2010 National Golden Gloves champion, Robert Brant.
Well, you hear that list of all the accomplishments he's made, but that doesn't make a lot of difference when you come into the World Series of Boxing and fighting under these different conditions. He's just 20 years old, but his first fight, we remember we did against Javier Ortega, who we've talked about a lot this year. He got blown out, got destroyed in that fight. I thought they should have stopped the fight, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
So they had to give him some time to regroup. He was scheduled to fight in December. They scratched him, and he came back in Miami against Siju Shabazz and lost a unanimous decision.
And now from your Miami Gallos, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue with red. He weighed in at 181.5 pounds, also searching for his first victory in the World Series of Boxing tonight. From Sunny Isles, Florida, by way of Cairo, Egypt, he is Ahmed Elbiali.
We just, Pat Burns just keep throwing him right back out there. This guy, we saw him, you can describe him. He lost against Jason Monroy of Mexico City, but he's tough. This kid is tough.
He's tough. He can fight. He has a good style. He's undaunted. He goes right after his opponent. He's exciting to watch, and he likes boxing.
He certainly took a lot of punches that fight and kept coming, and here we are just a couple of weeks later. He's back in the ring. He is an Egyptian national that they found down here in Sunny Isles, Florida. Golden Gloves finalist in 09 and 210, and this match him up.
Well, on the head-to-head, you look at how closely matched they are. The same height, same age, a little bit of weight difference for Brant, but that's not going to make a difference. 2 pounds is not going to make that much of a difference in this light heavyweight division.
Well, I know one thing. Elbiali is going to throw a bunch of punches. So Brant, who's a slicker style, is going to have his hands full. This is a matchup situation,
Right,
Sean. We listen to Sam Burgos here.
In the back. Obey my command and protect yourself at all times. You have any questions over here? Yes, any questions? All right, touch them all. Come out the bell.
You know what Brant cannot allow to happen in this? He get out hustled by somebody like Ahmed. Ahmed is a pressure fighter. He throws a lot of punches. He's aggressive. He's exciting to watch. And Brant has got to up his pace.
Well, he lost a close unanimous decision to Siju Shabazz of the Gallos January, but talk about contrasting styles. We got basically this young brawler, the Egyptian national, getting caught. That's what Brant has to do right there.
That's nice work. A double jab out there, too. Double that jab up. That is very, he's got a lot of good skills, Robert does. He's fought his way into condition. He's a terrific young prospect. He's still learning.
If he keeps that jab out there, Elbiali will have a long night. Elbiali wants to come in. He wants to trade. He wants to brawl.
Yeah, he just wants to war. Stand toe-to-toe with me. For Elbiali, if he would step over and cut off the ring, it would stop a lot of that movement from Robert.
Oh, nice hook thrown out there by Elbiali. We're in the light heavyweight division, round 1 scheduled for 5. Ahmed Elbiali's fighting from Miami. They wear the blue and red. And Robert Brant, this is our 3rd time to see this young man, just 20 years old, fighting in the colors of the Memphis Force.
Oh, I like this style from Brant. I like the way he fights that way. I sometimes bring that hand up, that left hand he's got down by his waist. Now that's protecting your leg down there, but let's bring that up sometimes. And it's okay to use a jab from there, jab up like that to flip it up. Sometimes you flip up and you try to catch your opponent right under the nose or right under the chin. You pop, expose his head. Good right cross.
Roy Jones Jr. was famous for bringing that. Well, he could bring it from anywhere. He was lightning fast, but he always held that hand
behind his back if he wanted.
Ooh, a good work right there. Brant scoring big here in the first round. Elbiali's not able to counter that speed. And that's why Brant, I think, is holding his gloves like he is. He knows he's got the edge and quickness, to say the least. But Elbiali's going to be a tough customer. He walked through a bunch of punches last time we saw him. It kept coming.
He's a changing fighter, too. Once he figures out this style of Brant, he'll close that gap and step over, cut off the ring. You know, Brant, I'd like to see him move sometimes to his right. He moves, there it is, right there, to his right. He moves really well to his left. It's a more natural move for a right-hander. You got to be real careful at that so you don't cross your feet when you move to your left as a right-hander. Oh, good hook from him.
Good hook to the body. That was good work right there.
Brant is just so concise with his punches.
He's putting on a little bit of a clinic here in round number one. If he can keep it up for 5 rounds, you mentioned him fight his way into shape.
Yeah.
I don't think he was in very good shape when the season started. I don't think any of these guys, no matter how many rounds you put in the gym, you just can't prepare, Sean will tell you, for actual fight night action and fitness.
They did not know what to expect. You know, they'd never gone 5 rounds. They don't. Now they've learned since then. And, you know, you're talking to them, and they still say, hey, I'm going to burn out in the first couple of rounds. A lot of them did that.
Into round number 1. Elbiali trying to find a way in and hasn't found it so far.
You know, nice work from him. There's a double jab right there from Robert. He's putting these things together. We talked about the bag of tools that you have as a boxer. You carry those tools with you in the ring. The bag of tools, that double jab is a tool. The movement around there is a tool. The right cross is a tool. That uppercut he used right there is a tool in there. And, you know, he's able to utilize these tools as he needs them. And against a fighter like Ahmed Elbiali, he needs all these kind of tools.
Look at me, you can't keep chasing him because he's going to nickel and dime you.
I'm going to win this fight. Yeah, I'm going to win this fight.
What I need from you right now, what I need from you now is to cut that ring off and let those goddamn hands go. Cut the ring off.
We're in the light heavyweight division, round number 2. Heard a little action in the corner between rounds. Pat Burns warning Elbiali that you're going to have to cut the ring off if you can, because Brant's going to get in and out. And the term Burns used was going to nickel and dime you to death, but I think that's more like a $50 he's doing.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little more pop than he did early in the season.
It's a silver dollar, not a nickel and dime.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's uppercut Elbiali tried right there.
Not a dollar bill.
No, he's got more pop on him. He's actually throwing hard punches too. Brant is.
Brant's got some confidence in himself and in style, as he should have. Good right hand from Elbiali.
Brant throwing that jab out there. Elbiali trying to find a way. This guy's very green talent. Very raw talent, but his toughness can't be questioned. Just 20 years old.
Still trying to learn from Pat Burns and rely on Pat to give him the coaching.
Well, you can't teach toughness, you know.
Well, he's very tough, and look at this. What's happening here is they want him to put pressure on Brant. Just keep him working. Make him fight. Make him brawl.
Watch his head movement, how he's respecting that jab from Brant. He's very aware that jab's coming. A little uppercut there from Brant, in and out. Brant up on his toes.
Oh, good uppercut again from Robert.
I think Elbiali's going to have to start running right at him.
Well, even how about a feint and then go, or you step around. You got to punch. Robert is so elusive in there. You got to trick him into fighting with you, and you got to cut off the ring, slide over. Don't let him slide down those ropes. You know, he's too slick. You can't let him out slick you in this fight.
Elbiali finally landed one to the body right there. That's
more body punches.
Yep.
Need more body punches.
Sure do.
Your opponent can move his head. He can't move his body.
Now he's digging in.
Yeah,
that's what he wants to do right there.
Ahmed needs body shots.
I think some of his family in here tonight at the Jackie Gleason Theater. Digging in there now. That's the digging downstairs. Then came over the top.
That's what they want.
Digging right there.
That's
will good
control,
work for Elbiali.
And that will control your opponent. You'll be imposing your will on him. You hit that body like that, he'll have to stay in with you. Big round for Elbiali.
It's like a clip from a movie, except it's for real. Look how he's found a way now. Brant's been slowed down. He just came in there and just said, this is where I got to go.
That's the name of the game. You know, it's constantly changing. It's constantly evolving. You know, these kids, get downstairs.
Elbiali taking charge in round 2.
Yeah.
Good last minute and a half for him. Right hand over the top.
Huge round for Elbiali. You know, he learned in that round how to cut off the ring, how to close the gap. Here's Pat Burns.
Well, what he did was cut him off.
He did. He cut off the ring, and downstairs to the body, you control your opponent, which is just what Ahmed was doing. And then you can come up to the head later, but start off at the bottom. Start off downstairs. Good uppercut from Brant. Brant still has, you know, some good punches, good tools in there.
And I can hear what's going on in his corner. He looks a little bit bewildered over there after this guy was able to get on top of him, and that's what Elbiali had to do. Right, that great work down there to the solar plexus.
Very good work.
Cut him off. Round 3, light heavyweights. Robert Brant in the purple trunks and Ahmed Elbiali.
It really is like chopping down a tree.
Yep.
Because you start off to the body, and you just work that body a little bit. You start seeing that it's effective. And just like you're chopping on a tree, it finally folds over. But that body just controls your opponent. Of course, if you hit him right in the chin, too, that's controlling as well. But it's easier to do that whenever you've gone to the body first when you set up the head. Big.
Brant's coming, just stalking. I mean, the thing is, Robert scored the first round. I think Elbiali might have won the second round, but what's happening right now is Brant, the effective punches didn't have enough steam behind because you need a hammer for this guy.
Yeah, in this light heavyweight division too, you better have some pop behind your punch, or they'll walk right through you, just like Ahmed is doing here.
That's exactly what I was talking about, Sean. You know, you can score a lot of points, but if you don't do any damage, and Elbiali's just walking right through it, and he'll turn this around if he can get more body shots in there.
Come on in.
And you see, it's a matter of styles.
It
styles make fights, and we've got couldn't be more contrasting styles in this light heavyweight fight.
And Robert, I would like to see him put some punches together, combinations. When Ahmed moves in, you got to score with him. So keep punching and then move out. If you stop punching, he's going to start.
He's really gotten Brant's. The left hand whistled in there right there from Elbiali. Elbiali's not concerned about being real fancy. He just wants to get in there and throw a lot of punches. And he takes a lot of them.
He don't care.
No, he doesn't care.
Take it. Give me 3, I'll give you 1.
Gosh, he's tough.
Very tough.
Yeah, all that up on your toes and movement Brant had through the first round and a half now kind of faded away. It's hard to sustain that.
Yeah, look at the gap here now. How close these two are. That's a great shot to see that. You know, looks like
right on top of one another.
Ahmed walking right through him. Brant has nothing to offer to keep him off.
Like I said, lead right there he tried, but here comes Ahmed.
And it's one punch from Robert. You got to have a combination there for somebody like Ahmed. Elbiali would just walk right through you, and he'll throw combinations.
You might need that in a shotgun, too, to slow this guy down.
They have shotguns in there?
No, I'm just saying.
That'd only make him mad.
It'd just make him mad.
Yeah,
I think he just dusted off. Final seconds, round number 3. Ahmed's turning it around. I really believe he's got Brant. Ooh, good body work. Good body work.
You know, it's systematic. You really see it here. It's systematic. One round at a time. You build upon the last round you had.
Okay, you lost the first round, okay?
Well, we talked about contrasting styles, so we wondered if Ahmed knew what he was getting into tonight, Ahmed Elbiali, when he was facing Robert Brant. Here's what he had to say.
I used to look at Robert Brant right when I first started boxing. I used to look at how he fought and everything, so I pretty much know how he fights already.
So that'd be...
Just go out boxing. Just go out boxing, cut off the ring. Yeah, it's a pretty cool league. It's gives you a chance to really step up your game, you know. It's not like the professionals. You can't. It's like college, you know, college boxing. You don't go fight bums for your first pro fight. I'm going to go fight a national champion right now, so that's pretty cool.
That's great. The College of Boxing, the School of Hard Knocks, right here. You know, that's fantastic. And he's right. And that's why I was saying these kids all have seen one another. They've learned from each other. They've learned how to figure out these styles. And once these kids become style readers, then they can fight anybody in the world at any time.
Well, that tells you that Elbiali's been studying what's been going on. I mean, he's going against the National Golden Gloves champion from 2010. Last year's, I mean, that's no light honor right there.
That's very impressive.
But here's the difference, Sean. I've said it a million times. When you're fighting amateur, when you come into the World Series of Boxing, the headgear's gone, and you're getting the 10-9 system, Brant might score a lot of points in amateur boxing, but
sure.
Here you got to turn those punches over, and you got to put something behind them, or you're not going to get the victory. You're not going to get the judges' approval.
You got to make them count. And Robert Brant's got to be thinking to himself, what is happening here?
I haven't won yet here.
Fantastic boxer. I've got all these titles, all these championships. What gives? You know, and it just goes back to what you're saying.
Oh, good right hand just got in.
And these guys are mean. They fight hard. They put punches out there to really make a difference. It changes your attitude.
Well, Elbiali, fighting under the international point system, might be behind. But the way he's been throwing these body shots, I mean, he's keeping that pressure on. I mean, he is really tough, and Brant's having a hard time dealing with it.
World Series of Boxing is tailor-made for fighters like Ahmed Elbiali. You know, it's perfect for him because he is learning and he gets to use his power. You know, it's not so much about the slap boxing of the amateur matches.
Well, we talked about, a lot of the fighters talked about, especially the bantamweight Mexico City, Rolio Avila talked about, you go in international competition, the Cubans learn how to fight for points, not for power.
Sure.
The Koreans learn how to fight for points. It's frustrating. Here we go. Elbiali's decided to get the fight that he wants, and he's getting it.
3-minute clock in his head.
He just walked into a right hand and didn't even bother. Brant's getting frustrated and tired. I tell you what, I do this. I was looking forward to seeing Elbiali fight again because he was in against a much more seasoned Mexican fighter and lost, but the punches he took didn't bother him at all in that fight.
This is a pressure cooker in there.
Sure is.
Man, there's no filling stations inside that ring. When you're out of wind, it's gone.
Oh, there he is. He's right where he wanted, digging into the body. I can see it in Brant's eyes. One of those got to him inside. Final seconds left of this round, and Brant's had his hands full tonight with a tough Egyptian national.
Wow.
It never ceases to amaze me the amount of action we get here and the pressure.
Man.
What do you say to this guy?
It's moving, not going to win the fight.
You got to speed up, then you have to, you can't use your power, use your speed. There's Coach Bradley's giving him some good instructions.
Looks like we're going to the 5th round.
Really? But for someone like Brant at this point, forget about the knockout, you got to work the combinations. He's throwing single shots when he moves in, and he throws one punch. And this man, Elbiali, is throwing several punches.
That body, he's going to run.
Body.
It's a close fight. When you get in tight, which you're going to have, he's going to try to tie you up. You got to be very physical and just let your hands go. Wherever it goes, you have to win this fight. You have to.
I think that kind of sums it up.
The 5th and final round is what has been a high-action, high-intensity light heavyweight fight tonight. Robert Brant from Memphis in the purple trunks trying to close out the team competition, but he feels like he's behind. Ahmed Elbiali feels like he's perhaps behind. His coach just told him he's got the heat. We're down to the business end of this fight. It's been a great matchup. Contrasting styles.
Yeah.
And the emergence of a very tough fighter is fun to watch. Elbiali.
Yeah, he's like an Egyptian magician in there. You know, he pulls a hat out of the back. Too, with these combinations. There's a good combination from Brant. That's what Brant
what he needs to do. Speed.
Yeah, speed and combinations. You're throwing single shots in that fourth and third round. Dig to the body, they're saying, for Elbiali.
If he can take those punches, he can get inside and work the body. He might be able to take this fifth round. It perhaps could come down to this fifth and final round.
When you have a style like Brant, you better use your speed and you better use combinations.
Absolutely. Like that. Good job right there. And he gets in, he comes back out. It's the best he's looked in this fight.
It is. You're right. Robert throwing good shots.
That's what you need to see more of. I was talking about power. You know, show some punches with authority.
Learning fighter too.
Like I said, you couldn't have better amateur credentials, and here he is wondering, what have I got to win in this series? All he's got to do is got to win this round is what he's got to do.
Yeah, and look who's punching, look who's not punching. It's Elbiali who is throwing the shots. Downstairs to the body, too. This is a tiring fight. Oh, all day tomorrow. I'm going to tell you what, Robert Brant is going to have, he's going to have nicks and knacks and dings all over his arms and his body where he's taking it. He's taking a beating.
Good hook. Left hand hook right there. Brant did.
His best punch, Robert.
But I haven't seen him, but Elbiali never gets wobbled. He didn't get wobbled that first fight we saw. I mean, he gets hit. He's just tough. He just took another left hand right there.
He is just a hard-nosed fighter.
Matt Burns trying to get his fighter to keep throwing. But you know what? It's the fifth round. He's thrown a lot.
He has thrown a lot. They are both very tired. Oh, downstairs to the body. Those body punches accumulate. You can shake off headshots.
We got blood from the nose of Elbiali, so something was effective in there. I think, you can see the nose swelling up already.
Oh, look at that. Robert's got some good punches.
Yeah, this is the best he's ever looked this round. I'm telling you.
He's got to throw combinations. Robert is better when he throws combinations. Good uppercut from Robert. And look at digging to the body is Elbiali.
Right hand from Brant right there. Elbiali trying to let it go in the final 10 seconds of what's been a terrific light heavyweight fight here in Miami.
Wow. Excellent. Excellent boxing. Heart, soul, dedication. You see it. It all comes out in a fight like that.
This young man here was in against a guy that's got 10 times the skill set. And he managed to take him all the way to the end and push him to the point that Brant needed that fifth round and needed to take him to a better level. So both fighters were helped by fighting each other tonight. Take a look at Sean, the fifth round.
Final round. Look at all these punches in that final round. These are light heavyweights. They are throwing bombs in there. And trying to set up still is Brant with the combinations. He threw more combinations in that final round than he did in the fourth. And he landed well, but Elbiali was coming back too. Elbiali didn't care. Hit me as many as you want. I'm going to hit you 4 or 5 of my own.
That's the one that got in. That was that nice left hook you saw, Sean.
Yeah,
Brant really had to step it up.
Yeah.
He stepped it up.
Brant's a fine fighter. I'd like to see him improve even more, build upon this. He's just changed so much since we first saw him.
Now we're getting ready for the decision to come in. I see it coming in. Now remember, if Memphis wins this, the night's over for the team competition. Our ring announcer is Mark Lichtenfeld. He's ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges, Rick Bays, Bill Ray, and Fred Flutie, score the bout 48-47 for your winner by unanimous decision from the Miami Gallos, Ahmed Elbiali.
I think that Brant, and I have to look at the cards, probably won the first and the fifth. And he allowed Ahmed Elbiali to come on those middle rounds and pull off what could be considered an upset tonight.
Nice work. Congratulations.
Let's get to Sean O'Grady.
Ahmed, congratulations. 11th fight, is that right?
Yes. Yeah. First of all, I'd like to thank
what did you learn?
And my friends, my family, Coach, all the opportunities they gave me, Coach Dave Marks, for bringing me this far. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, Coach was getting a good workout over there.
Came. Thank you. Yeah, hell of a workout. Yeah. This is the best workout ever.
What was he telling you?
Who, my coaches? Yeah. Oh, cut off the ring, because I was following him like a.
I heard some body punches in there, too.
Yeah. Work the body and stuff.
What did you learn in this fight?
Oh, I learned that confidence could take you a long way, because he's a champion.
Very exciting. Nice job tonight. Really, you know, you've grown as a fighter. Really nice job. How about that?
You commentated the last fight.
Yes, I did. Yes, you're right. How did you know? I got my new agent right here.
Okay,
huh? Yeah. How about that? Thank you a lot. Hey, nice job tonight. Alan?
Yeah, great personality of that kid.
Ahmed Elbiali.
Yeah, there's the family. I'd say 11 fights. Wow. Well, there you go. That was a big win because Miami taking care of business here as Brant goes down, so they're still in the hunt to win tonight and stay off the bottom of the standings. And we are at Miami, South Florida. Can't think of a better place in the world to be in March. Coming up, the bantamweight division, we'll have Paulo Carvalho and Declan Delakliev when we come back to Miami.